Flamethrower revert, major changes coming, and much more. All in today's video, guys, so grab a hot cup of liberty and let's dive right into the video. To start things off, we're going to take a look at the autocannon. Many players thought there would be a buff, but it turns out we are not getting a buff. And no, it's not another nerf. I don't want to give you a heart attack, okay? Let's be clear, it's not a nerf. But instead, they are weakening the charges so the stratagems become more effective. Now, I think this is actually a pretty good idea. I don't think everything needs buffing or nerfing. Yes, we want more buffs than nerfs to make the game more fun and enjoyable. Making charges easier to take down is great in my eyes. Pilstead said this: "Sorry everyone, I can't keep up, but the new update will see the autocannon and AMR be effective against charges." So a lot of people interpreted this as if they were going to buff those stratagems, but it turns out it's the charges that are getting the change to make them more easier to kill. It's staying the same, but a lot of enemies' armor is being reduced, especially the charges. What a guy, Pilstead, what a guy! Doing everything for managed democracy. So the autocannon will stay the same and the armor may not receive any buffs. To me, I think the autocannon is very good how it is, but we all can agree the charges do need some rework if we want the game to be balanced overall. You know, for managed democracy, because who doesn't like democracy? Do you think this is the right choice, making the charges easier to kill rather than buffing the autocannon? Drop me a comment and let me know. Now we will see many weapons buffed and just overall improved. They did mention a rework here in their announcement post. Baskinator says, "We are reworking armor penetration, anti-tank weapons and enemy armor and health values. As a key part of the rework, we have done an initial balancing pass on over 30 weapons and stratagems." So let's hope this makes the game more fun. I like how hard it is at the moment, but I do think if it was a bit more fun as horde style shooters should be, then it would make the game so much more enjoyable. I just don't want the game to be too easy because, you know, in my opinion, I actually quite like how difficult it is. I am not a cry diver after all, so yeah, let's make it easy but not too easy. Switching things up, apparently Helldivers 2, or should I say Arrowhead, have won an award. I know what you're thinking, what the actual hell, an award? Since you know the major issues majority of the player base have been talking about. But in such a dark situation, I think they could use some positivity. They get way too much stick in my eyes. And coming from someone who loves the game, a loyalist of Super Earth, and, you know, plain and simple, not a hate diver, I am glad they have had some good news for once. Honestly, I just think, as I say quite a lot, too many people bitch and moan to the point people have to do what they say. Because if you don't, they will try to cancel you. Literally, they will try to cancel you. As you know, Arrowhead Game Studios won an award around July 11th for Best Game Design. And now apparently they have won an award for Industry Game of the Year. And personally, I think out of all the games that have dropped this year, Helldivers 2 has been one of many that have had a very successful run for a small studio compared to most games. Yes, there are issues, but you have to give it to them. What they have done so far is very impressive for a small team. Reminds me of the No Man's Sky days. If you know, you know. Yes, we can't ignore the issues at hand right now, but they do deserve some love. After all, there are many players who actually enjoy this game for what it is, who just don't get heard. So my question to you, is, do you think they deserve this? Let me know below. So managed democracy can prevail on YouTube. Now moving on to some half-truths. Yes, because I know a lot of you in the comments have been saying that Arrowhead have been pretty much talking out of their arse recently, and as much as I love this game, it's kind of true. This is what the community manager said in a reply to someone basically saying Arrowhead have been spouting half-truths. I agree to some extent. Spitting everything all the time takes an extreme amount of resources, not just replying and informing here and other places, but also gathering that information regularly. On the other hand, if we do communicate often, using vague replies and half-truths is not good either. Then the community will inevitably feel they're being left in the dark, or that we try to joke about everything we don't. I think we're doing well as we are, but I definitely would like to have more information myself. Let's see if I can work something out. I have a few ideas. So take this however you want, but I'm going to still be, conquer the galaxy for managed democracy because that's my cup of liberty. It may not be yours, but it definitely is mine. Then again, if you're watching this video, it probably is your cup of liberty. Otherwise, why are you even watching this video? And I know a lot of you just want to play the game, but in reality, communication is key, and if most of the player base is not being heard and talk is shit, basically, the internet can be a tough place. It really can. It already has shown with the Steam review bombing and just the internet gunning for Helldivers 2 in general. I do think personally, since Warhammer has came out, there's been a shift. There has not been as much negativity toward Helldivers 2 compared to prior, before release. Probably because the hate divers have drifted to another game. So I say let them be while we enjoy playing for democracy. Managed democracy. Yes, managed democracy. Who's with me? Yeah, who's with me? Moving on to the Warbond news. Yes, because many of us, we need our fix. Yeah, we need our fix. Otherwise, if I don't get my fix, okay, I'm going to blow. I'm going to literally blow because I need my fix, okay? I need a bot Warbond. We got some clarification on this. Twinbeard did double down on all of this and said basically, regardless of all of this drama, they are still expecting a new Warbond. Twinbeard, I hear, but it's easy to hear when getting tagged. Hint, hint. I'm sure you would. My beard is sealed. I can say though that a Warbond is coming and it's not delayed. When and what its focus is, not so much. Now, if you watched my previous videos, you will know it will most likely be a Warbond around a chemical, toxic, radioactive Warbond, something along those lines. If you want to know more about this, you can check out my previous video after this one. I'll go into a lot more detail. Yes, a lot more detail. Now on to the big news. This dropped today. This is what we have been waiting for, guys. A buffer day keeps the bugs away. We're excited to share more details about the upcoming update, which will include significant changes aimed at improving your experience in Helldivers 2. From now on, every day we will shed more and more light on the September 17th update. Buff number 1, Flamethrowers. We've heard you loud and clear, and the flamethrower damage is increased by 33%. Flamethrower mechanics will be reverted to the states before the Escalation of Freedom update, and flame-based weapons can now damage heavier enemies like chargers, bold titans, impalers and hulks. Man, this is going to be a great update. It's going to change everything. Basically revert things back to how they were. Then they went on to release a short video explaining some of this, and honestly, this is going to bring back so many players. I interrupt this video to say, if you're enjoying the content, be sure to subscribe for Managed Democracy. You'll also save a child's life from the automatons, so win-win.
My name is Johan Pilestedt.
And I'm Niklas Manborg.
Today we're diving into the patch notes of Helldivers 2. We've done some major adjustment to all the flame weapons.
Yeah, we just went back.
I thought we couldn't revert it.
Life finds a way. There was some stuff to go through, but it was the right thing to do.
And the flame weapons has also gotten an armor penetration increase.
Yeah. Do you want to flame a charger? Go ahead.
This means that I can have flame offs with the hulks.
Yeah, it does.
You could say that it would be a cooking showdown.
Pill said, you have done it again, bro. You have done it again. Keep doing your part of Managed Democracy and your game will thrive, and we will keep playing. So with that being said, we are now going to talk about engine optimization, because I know many of you in the comments have spoken about performance, and I think it's a good thing to note here that they are using an outdated engine. Yes, an outdated engine. I guess that's why my 4070 and my PC overall in general even struggles on this game in some areas, because the current engine apparently does not utilize CPUs as they should do. Baskinator replied to someone basically asking if it's possible to switch engines. Just for clarification, for you guys who don't know, during the 8-year development, about 2 years in, the Stingray engine became outdated and became basically discontinued. Baskinator, upgrading as in changing the engine. I am not technical either, but I've worked with many developers over the years, and I live with a developer, and I know swapping your game engine is a Herculean, if that's how you say it, Herculean task, and you couldn't do it after release. We're going to keep making improvements to Stingray, though we've got a great tech team. I mean, I think an engine change, if it were possible, would resolve some, if not a lot of performance issues, especially for people who want to utilize their high-end hardware a bit more, and maybe make the game just a bit more stable for those on a lower end system. But in reality, it would not be possible. So let's hope, let's hope they can improve this to the point it's so unrecognizable that it runs smooth like butter, because, you know, who don't like butter? I like butter. thank you all for watching this far. You Helldivers are absolute legends. We are now going to be moving on to the community comments. Yes, so managed democracy can prevail on YouTube. V-Boon, if that's how I say it. V-Boon, V-Boon. I never stopped playing. The fun was always in the co-op for me mainly. It is relatively small studio and they are learning. I am prepared to let them work on it. I never stopped playing for managed democracy either, man. I never stopped playing, and my review on Steam is still the same. It's not changed, okay? I've not gone on there and been like, you know, most cry divers and hate divers and switched their reviews because they're not getting what they want. John says, we need to call this side of the fan base hope divers. I mean, I'm okay with that because personally for me, I'm always hoping, staying faithful, and that's just because I straight up love Helldivers too. Exotic, thank you for sticking with Helldivers. No problem, man. You know, anything for a nice cup of liberty. Yeah, anything for a nice cup of liberty. Forever Winter will be the real terror for Helldivers 2, not Space Marine. No, Milko. Yeah, Milko. Okay, let's be real, Milko. Even though the game looks absolutely amazing, there's a massive repeat pattern with games getting hyped, launching, and then people just not being really satisfied, right? Warhammer is really good. It is really good. But again, I think it's just had too much hype like most games, obviously. And even though Forever Winter looks very good, again, they're completely different games. They are completely different. Pedro, if that's how I say it, Pedro. Just give us automaton weapons with infinite ammo and crazy knockback rockets, and all is good. That would be crazy, man. That literally would be crazy. And I would love to be able to pick up, you know, automaton weapons. Even if it's temporarily, you can use them. And then maybe the ammo runs out or something. I think that would be awesome. Shane Plays TV. Hey, Helldivers. Thank you so... That's my own comment. I am reading my own comment. Estodia says... Low-end PC people, rise up, yes, rise again. Lupia says, we don't need a toxic warbond for bugs again. That's what fire was for. We need something that can be effective against bots, like explosive rounds or a dark matter weapon, outputting rounds like a sickle. You know what? I like that idea, yeah. Now, there was some footage leaked some time ago of like plasma weapons, but I think that was something to do with the Illuminate. But I completely agree, man. I completely agree. I appreciate you mentioning a bot warbond, my G. Yes, my gangster, my famalam. Famalam ting wang tang fam enit fam. If that's how the people in England speak nowadays. Pixie Alt says, Pilsed says that Illuminate is Photoshop. Right. Yes, I think something fishy is going on there. Casson says, hope the commando stays the same. I hope so too, man. Otherwise, so many people will start crying again. Literally crying because of, yeah, I never basically enough, you know. I will return when we get the Farkin cape and the review cape. Okay, the review cape as well. Braden, democracy. Yes, democracy. We love democracy. Stinky Nugs, that rap was fire. All down to Nathan, man. All down to Nathan. Literally all down to Nathan. Oxyurks, okay. If I said it right again, Oxyurks. You're my favourite crazy British Helldiver. And you are my favourites, right? My favourite American, Slovakian, okay, French, you know, wherever you're from, Helldiver 2, man. Curry says, drinking liver coffee today. I hope that's okay. Hungry says, wonder if there would be freeway fights for control of planets. That would be interesting to see, and I mean, I've been waiting for the Illuminate for a while, and, you know, apparently they have mind control one of their abilities, so it'd be really interesting to actually see them in the game, and I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. Nathan, for liberty! Because we all like liberty. I like liberty. You like liberty. We all like liberty. So finally, Helldivers, thank you so much again for watching. I really, really appreciate your time. Go and conquer the galaxy for managed democracy so we can import some more liberty for these videos. And, you know, Super Earth will prevail. Helldivers will prevail.